Welcome back. It's the Kovacs Report, and we've got a new number one today. We do indeed Fantastic Four number one by Ryan North and Humberto Ramos. Now, I'm going to go through the book page by page, give you my thoughts. So if you don't want the book spoiled, please read the book first, then come back, watch the video. If you do like the video, give it a like, and also please subscribe. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. And let's just get into it, right? So this is a convoluted mess, guys. This really, really is. Oh, strap in. It's going to be a rough ride. So this is a new number one for no apparent reason other than, I guess, the movie's coming out. So this will boost sales, of course, because it's a number one. Also, people that are looking forward to the film will go, oh, it's a number one. I'll start there. It's easy for them to come on. So this, to me, is the huge marketing ploy. Now, does it continue from the last run? Also written by Ryan North? Kinda. But we just jumped into this battle between the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. Now, rather Emperor Doom, if you are reading the non-event, also written by Ryan North, One World Under Doom, where Doom is basically the emperor of the world, and this event is it's a non-event. I mean, honestly, it is. Oh my, I'm trying hard not to be rude. It's awful, let's just say. Okay, nothing happening in it. It's dragged on forever. The book is months late now for the next issue, and the next issue after that's going to be late as well. It's having no effects on the Marvel Universe. It literally does not need to exist. In fact, if it ceased to exist, nobody would have known it was there in the first place to miss it. That's how bad it is. But here we are, for no apparent reason, no preamble. We've got Emperor Doom fighting the Fantastic Four. And it just feels already completely disjointed and out of place from everything else that's going on in Marvel continuity. Unexplained, but also it is just there to push this story to the plot. And the plot is okay, but I don't know what Ryan North's thinking here. Anyway, they throw down with Doom. Doom doesn't like that, of course, and now he's souped up with his Sorcerer Supreme powers. So he gives them a zap, and he sends them off to 4 different time periods in Earth's history. Further and further back to Johnny Storm. Now, Johnny Storm, he lands back before anything was there, before plants have colonized the Earth, before oxygen, in fact, was high. So he's landing in this place where oxygen is like 20%, which is not enough for him to survive. Also, it's not enough for him to sort of flame on for very long. So luckily, it's explained here. There's a computer built into all their suits now, which never been explained before. There's no preamble to that either. It just happens to be there to further this plot. So he clicks on his computer and it says, listen, if you melt certain metal, it will create oxygen, but it's still not enough. It still doesn't raise the oxygen levels enough. So he needs to do something else or he's going to die. Now, the only good thing about this is you do feel Johnny's like stressed, right? He is worried. You feel like this feeling of absolute loneliness and inevitable doom, pardon the pun, is looming upon him. I don't know why he looks suddenly 60 years old in these panels, because I love Humberto Ramos's art. It's really lovely. The art in this book to me is the best thing, but I'm not sure why he looks just so old there. Maybe it's the porn tash, I don't know. Anyway, I digress. He also decides that he needs to get to the Forever Stone, which is suddenly introduced. Now, if this has been introduced before in Marvel Comics, then I've certainly missed it. But apparently Reed said, if ever you get stuck in prehistory or somewhere else in the future or anywhere, in fact, if any of us ever get in this type of venture, seek out the Forever Stone. And that's what he does. So his computer guides him to where it is. And then all you need to do is add the date in, right? And you're safe. So that's what Johnny does. So Johnny is safe. So this is what the book does. It goes through all 4 of them. We get the Thing, and of course we get dinosaurs, right? I mean, every single book, either a symbiote or a dinosaur nowadays. I don't know. It's really unexciting. It really, really is. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know if Ryan North's got anything else in the can, but we get dinosaurs. And of course, he remembers, I need to find the Forever Stone. So he goes there and he scratched the date in, and then presumably he's safe, even though there are lots of dinosaurs, creeping towards him from the bushes. Guess who we get next? Yep, Mr. Fantastic himself. He does exactly the same. Apparently, it takes him 3 months to get to this stone, because the other 2 stones would just happen to be within walking distance or flying distance of where the guys were, right? But he travels for 3 months. He learns things about the period, travels at night so not to affect history. And then he digs out this stone and he puts his date in, so he's safe. What he realizes is that each of them have been further and further away except for Sue. So he reckons that Sue must be in the future. And that's when we jump to Sue. After lots of dialogue, which kind of just falls off and you're not really interested. I mean, she's so far into the future, it's the end of the world. There's not much there. Just to shield up all the time, otherwise she'll basically be cooked alive. And this is where the whole dynamic of the Fantastic Four changes. And it's for one reason only. It's changing because it wants to tie in with the movie. Now, I know you've not come here for one of those woke speeches where it's anti-woke. It's not a nerdrotic video. It isn't a critical drinker video, although I love those guys and respect them. And I kind of agree with a lot of what things they say. But it's exactly that, guys. So the Fantastic Four movie, which is coming out, if you're not aware, is basically doing the whole thing where they're shifting the focus of who's in charge. It's going to be Sue Storm. Okay, no problem, right? She's the boss lady now. And that's what they're doing in the comics. So now suddenly she's in charge. She's the one that can save them. It's all about Sue. And this is purely to tie in with the film. It's a non-starter for me, right? She has to figure out now how to get back. But there is one problem. There's no Forever Stone in her time period. So how is she going to do it? I don't know. But that's the mystery. That's the one thing in this whole book which is interesting, is the fact that everyone else has got to relative safety, right? So all she has to do is find that stone and they can work out how to get back together, but she doesn't have a stone. So what is she going to do? That's the only thing in this whole book that is remotely interesting. I would have liked to have some kind of explanation about the Forever Stone, even if it has been explained many times before in Marvel Comics. This book is genuinely aimed at new people that are going to watch the movie or excited about the movie. So explain some of it. Not a lot of it is explained in here, really. It's very brief. So there we have it. I mean, Humberto Ramos has done a great job of the art, as expected. But the story for me is just really, really weak. It feels like there's a story he wants to tell, but how do I get to it really quickly in one issue? And that's where we are. And how do we tie it into a movie? And it's just a waste. It's such a waste. You could tell some real classic Fantastic Four stories here. So people that have heard about the Fantastic Four, want to watch the movie, not read it before, or people that haven't read Fantastic Four age, come back and just get a really good Fantastic Four story. But they're not. You're getting a movie tie-in. That's what you're getting here. And it hasn't landed for me. So there we go. That's Fantastic Four #1, rebooted yet again by Ryan North and Humberto Ramos. So those are my thoughts. Please go easy on me. These are just my opinions. If you love the book, then that's absolutely fine. But for me, it's a no. Until next time, like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And read as many comics as you can. Take care.